She get good grades, suck good dick. What more could you ask for? Big old butt, love the fuck. Just fine.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. Simon. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Here we go.
Good morning, good morning. What is going on, everyone? Hope we're all having a good one out here today. How we doing? Happy start to your week here. Happy Monday, of course. The SPY's actually gapping up a little bit. Very slightly. It got back above 598, even back above 600 here. So that'll be an interesting support to see hold today. How we doing, Steve? What's up, Steve? Hack, Vow, Toby, Xavier, Robert, Joe, Tiger, Mason, Jake, Adventure, Jason, Chill. Good morning, good morning. Team Tom, Oklo, Love Fest today, please. Oklo with a pretty good opening candle for you. Whoa. Now that's what you want to see right off the bat there, Jason. Looks like a love fest so far. Already up 8.2% with Oklo today. Guys, the uranium stocks are on fire. You did pretty well today before, well, in pre-market, they broke out about 575, 590. They're sitting around 6 right now, which is nice. URA had a really nice move. UEC, nice action. CCJ had a good move, so CCJ could be on watch potentially, up 4% as well there. Can't even believe Meta this morning. Meta up 2.8% at 9 a.m. directly. They started popping off. Meta. Bringing ads to WhatsApp. Scale AI deal partnership. Got a couple things going on today. AI though, obviously, that's always helpful. Pretty good rip though, up to 705. Up above $700 right now. Oh yeah, Brain. Oklo. Loving it. Jason must be loving it. Up another 4% already. 12% here on the first 3 candles. Wow. That's funny. Reading through the chat this morning, you guys. Making me laugh, Joe. Steve's loving it, though. Let's go, Steve. 13% now. Continues to look awesome. ASTS, pretty good opening candle, I guess. They weren't looking as good a second ago, but they did come back quite well here. A lot of great action, though. First few minutes. 14%. $73 has been hit now. Will we get to $75? It's starting to extend up in a crazy way. Check on Meta again. Having a little issues with this resistance, but it doesn't look bad. You need ASTS above 4040. It looks like it's going to get there pretty quickly. It'll probably hit 4040 in the next 10 seconds. Ooh, like rejected right at it. It'll probably still get there though. Then we're golden. Nice. Setup looks pretty awesome here though. Hopefully it continues well. No big rejections or anything of that nature. It looked like a little red came in when I switched off of it. Tesla did a little gap up today, but pulled back. They're pulling back to the trend. What the hell? I gotta go look at the trend on the hourly here. Started kind of breaking that downwards trend today. If they confirm off this, that'd be pretty cool, but might not see it. SPY, nice green candle, 0.73%, 601.50. I like the way SPY has been holding 600 today. That's actually a pretty positive thing to see on the SPY. If we would have just flown under there and open, it would have definitely worried me quite a bit. So far, so good here with the SPY on holding up. I don't necessarily want it to hold up like this, but it's definitely something that I'm looking into. TMC's up 23%. Damn, the metals, yeah. No kidding. Damn, Zachary. Daily just looks too good on this one. It's so good, on fire. I like how today it broke above recent highs, too. $5 was broken. Wow. How much more is in the tank, you think, on this thing? 22%? Maybe a little bit. I'm not sure how much more. It does get some good moves, though. Good morning, Outlaw. UEC's on fire. Uranium, yeah. Uranium stocks were some of my favorites of the morning. URA, UEC, UUUU. UUUU's looking awesome, up to 620, 9.4% now. This is a great Monday so far. Outlaw said, Tom, what is a good buy for ACHR? Thank you. Archer, let's see how much it's down right now. Okay, it's getting towards recent support around 10. Archer's a tough situation. It's such a weird company. Very niche as well. And they have a competitor, Joby. Air taxis, things of that nature, EVTOLs. I would want to get it somewhere like around 9 or less. If you wanted to around 10, I would just say leave yourself a lot of room to average in. But I would try to start around 9 and then, of course, average in if it continues to dip from there. The scary part would be, like, obviously if you entered into this one pretty heavily up here, and then it started to run down towards, like, you know, $3 again. But, like, a couple years later, it then explodes up to, like, 25 or something. You know, these penny stocks sometimes can go through weird spurts like that. I mean, we kind of saw it here. Not quite as, like, drastically, but, you know, definitely can go through weird times like that. For safety, I think, honestly, the bottom of the range around like 750 to 8 is probably best. But like I said, you could start to average in a little earlier if you have a really good thesis with them, and you know it's one you're pretty confident in. AIRO might be one to keep on the... Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about them lately, Xavier. AIRO. Of course, they IPO, but they've been all over the radar last week. 20% there. I know CRCL was pretty fun. They're doing great again today, 16%. Speaking of them, Circle. That's pretty funny. Explosive off of their IPO. Obviously, AIRO might not do that, but... Dusty said, please pray for Apple, and then he said, oh, prayer answered. That was a quick answering. Were you looking for some calls? Were you looking for a comeback? That's pretty funny. Wow, SPY back above 600. Yeah, it's pretty insane right now the way that the SPY and the S&P 500 is coming back. I can't believe that we're getting such good price action. Now, this price action isn't really that great, but I mean, hell, it's better than the average percent rise, so it's like, okay. There is big resistance coming up here. I'll be watching. If we do end up getting a good rejection, that would be a bit worrying for this run, but there's a big level coming up for SPY. Definitely not looking for a huge breakout here or anything. Xavier said Sun Run on the recovery. RUN trying to come back. They fell off this morning from open. Uh-oh. Not the best look for them today. Looking at the watch list, all the nuclear and uranium stocks are leading the way. We didn't even mention like SMR today, 11%. SMR, nice. Oklo pulled back slightly. ASTS continued up 8%. Man, got a lot of these growth stocks are they've been on fire. Just can't even touch them lately. Pony. A lot of back and forth, up 3.8% today. Not my favorite, if I'm being real. Palantir cannot be stopped, Cody said. No. Definitely not. 5% again. My word. 140. Easily broken today. That's nuts. I love it, though. Palantir, great daily chart. Great continuations lately. Again, great movement today. Keep riding the wave till it stops, you know? That's really the way to go. Awesome. 5% was touched, and then they little red 1 minute candle here, but man, I don't even care if they pull back from that high. My word, it was amazing. I don't know how we're getting such amazing action today. I guess the market said F you to Iran and Israel. They said, go do your own crap. That's funny, though. Yeah, the market really shrugged it off. I've seen a lot of stuff this morning, and just in general, like oil kind of giving back some gains, they said. And it really seems like what's happened is that the oil infrastructure was not like targeted or struck. So that's kind of something there that hurts things, I guess. Tom, do you think Palantir P/E is high? Yeah, I do. It is a little high right now, of course. There could be arguments, though, like if you argue that they're going to continue growing at a pace that they at a pace that's like, let's say, exceeding what, like, let's say people might think, then there you go. Like right now their PE ratio is 593. I mean, that's one of the highest ones I've ever seen, I think. Wow. Yeah, I would say definitely very high. And, you know, we do see this happen with stocks from time to time. Whenever we look at, you know, we go back and we look. Popular stocks occur. Nvidia was one for a little while, obviously. On fire, right? But they even, you know, started getting pretty shaky here the past year. Nvidia's one, Tesla's one, a good example. You know, they even started getting shaky for a little while after they went on a run like that. Multi-year, 2-year run, really. You know, two years of just straight up amazingness for them. Obviously, it might not be the same percentage, but I mean, damn, pretty good by Tessie there over that time. It's just something to think about. You know, there will be some slowdowns and some pullbacks. I feel like looking at Palantir, this was definitely a good one there. But I do think that coming off of this rip, as we get towards like 150, maybe a little bit higher, I would not be surprised to see another one start to develop a little bit. What do we expect for business inventories and sales at 10 a.m.? I'm not really expecting a whole lot, if I'm being honest with you. It's not even on the 2 stars there. I'm not really expecting much from it, honestly. Oh, you're talking about tomorrow, Chill said. Sorry, I thought you were talking about today. I didn't even see anything. I had to read into tomorrow. Business inventories at 10 a.m. I don't really expect too much from it, personally. Retail sales could end up being something that definitely could get the market moving a bit more. It looks like what's also weird is look at the previous, came in at 0.1%. The consensus is for them to come in at negative this time, so that does worry me a little bit with retail sales tomorrow. Retail sales 1 hour before the market opens will definitely be something that I watch out for. Oh, you did mean today. Oh, my fault. A lot of that stuff's happening tomorrow, though. My bad. I'm confused. SPY around 601.50, 602. I like 601.80. Of course, that's actually the high of day Friday, 601.80. What levels are you seeing on QQQ, my view said? The QQQ, I really saw a big resistance at 531.80 here. I like that quite a bit. As I start to zoom out, you could say 531.80 to 532.40, really. Overhead above that, I have 534.70. 535 is a major resistance on the QQQ. One thing that I did notice in the short term, there was this good trend of lower highs, and that trend has come to an end with that push this morning, so that's a bit sad to see. If you were going bearish, it definitely shows a little bit more of a bullish sign. Probably a big reason why we're getting a nice push here. Let's look at the Mag 7 setup. Oh, hang on, that wasn't it. Mag 7 today. You think you will continue the run, Hack said. I think there's a really good shot. Let's go back to it. Let's see. It's falling back towards $6. You know, over the past 2 minutes, I don't love the way it pulled back under that range. Worries me slightly there. I do love this $5.90, $6 support, though. I thought that was really cool. Circle up the 160 stable coins are the future. That's nuts. That is pretty crazy. Got up the 160 today. Palantir pulled back a little bit finally. They were getting pretty overextended intraday, can't lie. Bank of America, let's see, JP Morgan. Wow, the banks are really coming back alive too. 1.4% out of JP Morgan. That's awesome. Let's look at the heat map. Interesting heat map here. A lot of green, of course. All right. Tesla right off of that trend line. Holding on it well so far. It was good, Ryan. It was good. Me and my dad played golf. I actually golfed on Saturday and Sunday, which was fun. On Saturday, I played like crap. On Sunday, I played a lot better. Shot an 80 on Sunday, shot an 87 on Saturday. I should have actually shot more like 77 or 78 yesterday, though, but I became Rory McIlroy and I missed like 3-footers a couple times. I did have a bet in on JJ Spawn, though. So now I'm super happy. JJ Spawn, yes. I bet on him on Thursday night. QQQ broke the ORB high. Yeah, it did actually just now. It looks like it's coiling really nice for another run. Awesome movement. Love to see it on QQQ. That's why we're on here. Let's bring up the watch list again. Ooh. SMR at 15% now. NNE has been coming back as well. Nano nuclear energy, 15% on the day. Nuclear is just on fire. It's pretty insane, actually. Good morning, Robert. AMD Advanced Micro Devices. 122, 122.30. Advanced money dispenser for me, Robert said. I'm glad that you like it. Especially today, 5%. Amazing PA so far. URA double topping. Might have some trouble getting through there, but you know, if you are patient and you wait for a breakout through there, it could come. I have the muscle memory down to do some of these stocks in such a crazy way. Like the tickers, it's crazy. CCJ, a little double top too. Some of these, I guess you'd say uranium stocks double topping. Nancy's Tempest is up 4%. Nancy Pelosi. She's really happy right now, probably. Look at this little double top breaking. 72.30 breaking out with Tempest. Ooh, looking good for her. Looks like it's going to run up to a new high. Sheesh. Hopefully we'll get some stats on how much she's up. Him's ripping up some too. Oh, wow. It's growth stock city today. Him 7% straight up since open. It's been the case with a lot of these growth stocks. SPY has also been straight up. Not since open, but god damn, for the past 15 minutes, they've been pretty much straight up. I would say 7 minutes, but yeah, straight up here. SPY powering through 602 like nothing. Up to, let's see, 603.50, 604 resistance. Pretty big here. Judging how it got through 602, though, there's a lot of strength. What a banger on the QQQ. Premium up more than 70%. Nice. Like to hear that for you, my views. Klaus said NVIDIA. Very nice. Might not be as sexy as some of these growth stocks today, but pretty good. Give it to them. How you guys feeling this morning about this situation? The situation in Israel and Iran, of course. Crazy it's starting to come back. Israel claims full air superiority. Kind of crazy that the buying is coming in like this. Amid all this BS. Maybe it's moving up because of Trump's smartphones. I don't know if you guys saw this today. The Trump organization unveiled a mobile plan and a $499 smartphone that's set to launch later this year. Are they going to be made in America? They have to be made in America, right? The new service, Trump Mobile, will offer a $47.45 per month plan that includes unlimited talk, text, and data, as well as roadside assistance and a telehealth and pharmacy benefit. They're going to sell a T1 smartphone. A T1. Appears to feature a gold-colored metal case etched with an American flag. Whoa! Is that what it's going to look like? That's honestly pretty cool. It looks kind of like an iPhone. I feel like the cameras make it look like an off-brand iPhone, though. They need to do something different with the cameras. Please don't do those. Don't do that with the cameras, please. It's like they're spaced off too far or something. NSA spyware and pre-installed, Brain said. That's funny. Interesting. I find this pretty interesting, honestly. Verizon has $25 a month. They do? Where the hell do I get that? I don't remember anything ever being $25 a month. Spy up to 603.50 here. It's a pretty big resistance. Get your very own FBI guy. That is pretty funny, though. Trump phones. I can't believe that they're actually doing that shit. NVIDIA 145 almost right here. Up 2% on the day. I like to see it. Not quite to the average percent rise yet, but getting closer. Tessie pulling back to test the trend again. Bit sad to see. A little bit of a negative. If you're just now joining up, go ahead and destroy that like button. Let's go. Like it up. I'm going to grab a water really fast. High quality H2O. Dusty said, what's wrong with Lulu? I know that they're not like a super huge hype stock or anything. They are pulling back quite a bit. I personally think that they're pulling back because they make overly expensive bullshit that you could buy on Amazon for $5. That's personally why I think they're down. I mean, there are brands like, you know, LVMH, for example, right? Hang on. LVMHF, sorry. Like Louis Vuitton. You know, like a lot of these stocks have done very good over the years. Extremely good. But in the short term here, I've noticed that a lot of them have pulled back quite a bit. I think that there's been an issue with people not wanting to spend as much since like the inflation got pretty high. And I know that the inflation has came down now, but we have to realize that prices on everything are still elevated. It's just that like whenever inflation drops, it just means that the prices just aren't going up as much. It doesn't mean that the prices are going down necessarily. But I do think that some of these bigger luxury brands are just having some problems right now. But I do think that they will start to come back a little bit better as time goes forward. Lulu, I think, is just thrown into that same category and grouping, personally. Haha, Dusty. Yeah. They are pretty crazy, I'll say, with the cost of things at Lulu. I would probably only get it online. Whenever I would go to the mall around me, there was always a line to get in there. It was annoying. Ford bouncing off 1045, 1050, trying to come back a little bit today. Let's see General Motors. Not really much there. General Motors. I really do like this lower end here where good support around like 46.30, 47. Really nice. Tesla. Man, I'm really eyeing up the support. If it starts to give out here today, that's not going to be looking too hot for them. SPY right to resistance, 603.70. Pretty big resistance here. It could get past, but we'll probably see some reaction here. Short-term overbought, yes, I would say so, my views. At least intraday today, like on a 1 minute, I would say so. I do think that this resistance can end up being where we see a bit more of a pullback. I think it would catch some people a little off guard, too. The ones that just blindly buy up intraday. There is this next big resistance on SPY up around 606.30, which is pretty cool. Ha, Steve said they don't ever move. I know, Ford is pretty rough, aren't they? They go through these spurts sometimes, I'll show you on the daily chart, where they have some insane runs. Like, look at this 2020, post-COVID run. Like, what the hell? Like, they'll have some insane, like, 100% moves in, like, a year, and it's pretty nuts, and then they'll just fade for 10 years straight. No, but whenever you zoom in a bit more, they do have, like if we zoom in a lot more, you can see, little multi-month uptrends and things like that. And the thing is, since it's $10, these little uptrends are like, these are like 30% moves. We're talking about 1 30% move, 2 30% moves, 3 30% moves, 4 30% moves, all off the same support, which is pretty fun. Of course, every time you buy a support, it's not going to work, but looking at Ford right now, though, it looks like shit. How it's stuck down here. It does seem like it's trying to form a base, though, to get going again, which is nice. And I feel the same thing about GM, actually. I like the base that's forming and the base that's holding. I do think that there will be a better resurgence with both of these stocks as time goes forward and we start to see these bases play out a little bit. Again, it'll probably be stuck at 10 for like a while, probably towards the end of this year, in my opinion, too. Steve says, I love my Ford, though. Oh, yeah. Do you drive one? Is that what you mean? That's funny. I don't have a Ford anymore. I used to have an old Mustang. I had a 2016 Mustang for a while. That was a nice car. They'll stop producing the Ford Focus this year. Yeah, the Ford Focus. I want to get one of those RSs. Ford Focus RS. Hang on one sec. Sorry, my daughter started going nuts. Mason, I didn't even think of that. I meant, I guess I meant other cars than the Focus. I don't know why. The ST. I like this QQQ action here. Yeah, I actually did, Mason. I did. I sold the Hellcat, man. I sold the Hellcat and I got a Jeep Gladiator now that I drive around. More of a dad car now, you know? Yep. Yep, I did. Hellcat was getting a bit annoying. I think that thing had a bit of a problem with it. So I'll probably be in the market for another one here soon. We know how that goes. I want to get a Charger Hellcat though. 4 doors. It was pretty cool though. I was able to sell it for like the same price I bought it, which is cool. Those things are holding their value really well right now. They're like just sticking right around the same. And they've been doing it for a little while. Bank of America, 44.50. See BAC trying to climb up a little bit. 1.29%. Banks coming back alive. All right, let's go back to the fun stocks. UUUU starting to pull back now. UEC holding higher, which is nice. Out of all of them, UEC looks pretty solid, up 12% here. Amazon sitting right around 213.50. 214 resistance coming up overhead. Amazon, interesting. Right back to the high of the morning. It's on a big resistance too. It'd be crucial to get a break here, and there's a pretty good shot it could. The way it's setting up. There you go, starting to get above there. You guys ever watch the show Tires? Tires, one of my favorite shows. Love Shane Gillis, but I only watched the first couple episodes. Man, yeah, it's really good. I'm watching the new season. They came out with season 2 now, and there's 12 episodes, I think. And yeah, me and my fiance love it. We love that show. It's actually pretty good. We were cracking up at this last one. Do you think UUUU will continue the run? They started pulling back pretty hard. It's hard to say that they'll continue it today. They'll probably continue it overall. As far as like today, I don't love the way that they pulled back. I would really want to see like a solid push back above this $6 resistance again. If I were to really like go long on them intraday. Be nice to see like a good hold or something like that there. Something along those lines. Tempted to get back into it. I think we're on like episode... I think we did like episode 3 on it. Man, it was so good. One of the best ones I've ever seen. Bank of America, 1 minute charts popping off. 44.70 overhead. Bank of America. I love the way the banks are running. It's really helping to fuel the SPY. The SPY is looking great. It's right at resistance. It would be good to get a push past. It's definitely having some issues, slowing up slightly. Zooming out, circling resistance again. You missed it earlier. There it is. Go check the SMR. Some of the other uranium stocks, nuclear stocks. New scales dipping pretty good. Now this could be a fun dip play today. I think this one looks a lot better on the dip. Go check Oklo, looking pretty good as well. Starting to come up off of their dip. They actually dipped a lot. Down towards 68. What happened with RGC? I haven't seen this one before myself. There's definitely something. Let's see, a split. Looks like they probably had a merger. Yeah, it looks like there's a merger or something. Let me see, RGC. Uh, 38-for-1 forward stock split. Here we go. Okay, that really doesn't show anything there. Here we go. It says that RGC jumped after dipping 97% on Friday. Did it actually dip 97%? What the fuck? Who put that in there? Yeah, all right. This is one of the most wild-looking stocks I've ever witnessed. There's like no real news on it either. Personally, holy shit, I don't even know what to say. This thing is insane. Number one. Number two, just what the hell's been going on? No news. It's weird. Let's check the older news. Let's see. Good earnings. Weird, man. Yep, sometimes you just get some weird ones like that. Jake said, looks like a scam stock. Yeah. Personally, not one I would ever touch. Myself. It's a Chinese medicine stock, Brain said. RGC. Interesting. There was no, like, real news there, though. QQQ up to 534.60. Definitely had some interesting price action, though. We'll have to keep our eyes on it maybe for a few days, see what happens. Man, the banks are on fire. Banks. Bank of America broke the high of the day. Love it. SPY making a new high of the day as well, getting through resistance. That was a big area where SPY definitely slowed down, had a lot of reaction, but they are looking great here. SMR's coming up off that dip well as well. Oklo trying to still get their dip going. Bouncing off 70 resistance here now. Be good to get back through there. How does GME look to you for a short weekly call? GameStop. I'm assuming you just mean a short-term play, but it looks pretty good here, honestly. It's starting to come up really well off the dip. It's breaking through resistance. It's really not a bad stab. If you could wait for like a bit of a dip, that would be awesome. Strange how oil got put onto the back burner this morning. Seriously. It's actually been, well, it was moving a bit higher earlier this morning. It did start to fall a little bit, though. I guess, like, oh, it was more of last night. It just gapped up. It's been, like, dropping, though. It's pretty crazy. They've been actually claiming a lot of this is because they have not struck, like, oil routes or oil refineries or, you know, oil processing anything. They didn't do anything there. Strange how oil got put onto the back burner. I'm a little worried with the oil stocks right now. I love the way that they are holding up, though, today. They're not, like, moving as bad as crude oil itself is, so that's a good plus. Now, if you look at USO, it's moving down with oil. But, overall, we got to realize oil could get pretty volatile here, too. We just need one little thing to pop off, and bam, it could be right back up. I'm surprised to see gold moving down, too. Oil might make sense, you know, with their argument with the trade. The gold I really thought would have been up. Drone companies are amazing, though. Thoughts on AEVA? AEVA Technology, 10.1%. Like it. Looks awesome in the short term. Drone company. It makes sense. Drones are definitely they're definitely one of the bigger, I would say, newer sectors that are popping off lately. I love it. AEVA. What else do you got for us? Xavier? Best to avoid oil and gas, Jake says. Probably so right now with how weird it is. We'll see how it goes. I do think that there could be some more craziness eventually. Look at how crude oil touched the trend line pretty perfectly too. It's on a pretty big trend line on the daily, if we're being honest. Pretty crazy. Now, I do think that the trend could break, but I would have thought maybe it happened sooner. All good, Xavier. I didn't know if you had like a big list of them that you liked or something. General Motors bouncing around 48.60, 48.80. Right to the high of the day. Nothing too crazy there. Go back to Tessie. Continues to hold on the trend line. Get a little bit flat. Looks like it's coiling for a move here, though, which I like. If you're new to the channel, definitely destroy that subscribe button. Also hit the like. Definitely helps us out here. Let's pull up Mag 7. Man, Meta came back really well today, didn't they? Back above 700 and really extending higher. Amazon, same thing. Snake oil, what? Is that a real thing, Chill? Is there actually something called snake oil stock? Like a stock that does that? I bet that there is one out there. That would be funny as hell. GameStop. I can't believe how much that they died recently. They're definitely trying to bounce back a little bit off that dip. It was a major dip, too. Oh, about the traditional Chinese medicine? I see. Snake oil and witchcraft. That's funny. It is funny how a lot of, like, cultures will say they definitely like to do things like that. Even people in the U.S., I think it's hilarious whenever people have, like, it's like those parents that really, all that they care about is, like, the essential oils, you know? So they'll never give you any real medicine. It's just that you just get, like, an essential oil every time, you know? That stuff always makes me laugh. Crystal healers? Yeah, essentially. GME pulling back now, but I don't think I want to get in it now, Robert said. I would be a little patient. Just wait for a pullback. You know, it's, you can definitely wait for, like, a lower end of the range, I would say, if you wanted to. Man, advanced money dispenser. Holy shit. That's a great rip by AMD to continue up through resistances so well. Even through 125, they got through that high of day from last Wednesday. Like, look at this massive run. This is nuts. 8% here. I know that we're getting a lot of good action today, don't get me wrong, but AMD to be up that much is pretty surprising. Like, I'm not overly surprised to see NNE up 17%, or like SMR over 10%. Like, that really doesn't surprise me, but AMD 100% does. Amethyst. Joshua said time will show that they will overperform. Robert said they didn't really have much for news. I know, right? Like, I didn't see much earlier. Let me double check now again. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah, what the hell? I don't really see too much there. I mean, Piper Sandler put their price target up like, you know, $15, which is nice, but that was a good upgrade, I guess, on the price target, but they're, I love the way they're moving, though. Either way. Let's see the volume today. Is it, like, crazier than last week? Oh, yeah, it is. Look at the volume. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of volume compared to, well, any morning last week. That's nuts. Yeah, putting it on the hourly, you can tell it's a lot of volume. Even over the past month, it's like the today so far. Oh, it's the most voluminous morning that we've seen since Wednesday, May 14th, where it had another crazy day. Microsoft finally hit a new high. I thought they hit it like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I feel what you mean, though. Yeah, they had been stuck for a little while there, hadn't they? A lot of stocks feel like that. SPY might be coming up to test that bigger resistance and the high around 608 to 610, and then ultimately 613 where the high is. They had an amazing event where partners from every major company came on stage, Joshua said. Man, Sloshy, AMD is really on fire. I don't think I would chase it, though, at this point today. What was Oklo looking like still? I still like the dip buying opportunity on Oklo here. Pretty good price action today. How have you guys been doing, though, this morning? Any crazy trades? Any crazy action out there? Let's see, BBAI. Big Bear AI trying to run. Pretty good day by them, too. They're in that growth sector. As we know, almost all the growth stocks are on fire today. USS Nimitz carrier group on the way to the Middle East as Iran seeks de-escalation with Israel. Iran asked Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Oman to ask Trump to press Israel to agree to an immediate ceasefire. In return, Iran to offer flexibility in nuclear negotiations with the U.S. All right. Sounds interesting, getting some updates with the Iran-Israel situation. Sounds pretty positive there, but again, not positive enough that I would think that stocks would do this, but I guess it happens. Yusu's made a nice profit shorting gold. Nice. Shorted gold. That's pretty awesome. Glad to hear you adapt today to that. NBIS up 7.5%. Nebius, they've been pretty good. Short term, they ran up towards that resistance, 54 bucks. I could see them breaking out through here, but this is going to be a big resistance for Nebius. Since it's a growth stock, I could see it breaking pretty easily, though. Coming up well off the dip now. If you do see rejection, you know, it might be time to start selling out or time to be more patient. Those guys don't need no nukes. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm surprised they don't have any yet. Ha, what's up, Jason? RGC, I know, right? It keeps going. RGC, 328% now. It goes on the market, then it comes off, it unhalts, and then it goes back, and continually halting. $328%, that's crazy. Hims continuing today, 10%, nice. Hims is starting to recover really well off the daily chart. They're holding a nice $69 Tempest call. That's good. Tempest, 69, you're pretty far in the money there. Microsoft sitting right around the high of the day. I can see them breaking out here. Looks pretty fire. A lot of intraday consolidation, but love the way it's setting up. MSFT. Seen a lot of the Mag 7 do well. Meta was doing great as they were recovering. Yeah, right back above pre-market highs actually now over the past couple minutes. Pretty hilarious to see. Pretty crazy run there. SPY coming back down. Watch 603.50 for a retest, Robert said. Yeah, I like 603.50 here. Pretty big support. You're right, though. It is coming down a bit more than it has throughout the day. It had this little pullback right here off of 603.50, which kind of mimics this. And I love that potential hold for support here, so keep it on the radar. All right, for those of you that don't know, it is protein time. If you have not had your protein shakes or your macros or whatever you need to have today, go get it in. Gonna go run and get mine in really fast. Quick protein shake intermission, I guess I'll call it. All right. Be right back, guys. Give me 1 sec. Go get it going. And I'll crush 2 of them. I'll put an extra scoop in mine. All right. We got it in. Let's go. How we doing? Iran's been a few months away from getting nukes for 20 years now. Iran's Revolutionary Guards calls on Tel Aviv residents to evacuate as soon as possible. Looks like they're getting out of there. Pretty freaky. SPY got a little shaky there. Palantir started really pulling back. They're actually still up a lot today, don't get me wrong, but the pullback's pretty good. Pullback's pretty good. Bank of America, pretty good as well. BAC. Been loving the banks today, actually. JP Morgan. Look at the way they're popping off again. Very consistent action today by the banks. Like it quite a bit. Jim in a few minutes, Vinald said. There you go. Glad to hear that. See you later, my views. Have a great one. Have a great week. Did you guys know that it was a short week? You should have known. We have Juneteenth going on Thursday, June 19th. Juneteenth. That'll definitely be a weird day with the market being closed. But no trading this Thursday, kind of crazy. Kind of insane. Maybe I'll get some golf in that day. Nah, probably not. When is Powell? Wednesday, Mason said? Yeah, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll have the man, the myth, the legend speak, and then the market will close a couple hours later, and it won't reopen until Friday. Kind of strange. It's different whenever they're in the middle of the week. We had this happen a little while ago, and it felt strange. It was on Wednesday, January 1st for New Year's Day. It was so weird. Like, you had the market close Wednesday, but then you still had to... But then Thursday and Friday was still on. And I was like, why didn't you just do it on Friday? Or, you know... I get it, I guess. It just... Sometimes it falls on a weird day. Gets weird. But... yeah, so Thursday will be nice. The next couple Juneteenths are actually on Friday, so that's good. Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. 2 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. We all pretty much know that it's going to be a pause at this FOMC event, although the next one is the one that really is catching people off guard. The next FOMC event, there's actually a few different options here. Mason, I had a bet in on JJ Spawn, man. It was pretty cool. Yeah, so at the July 30th meeting, there's a 16% chance that the cut happens then. But that chance has been dwindling down. It used to be like 27% last week, 26%. Now it dropped back down to 16% again. So not the best drop down in that sense. Not really good to see. No, I bet him Thursday night. Thursday night. I did him and Kepka on Thursday night. I ended up winning like $200 off of 15. It wasn't too bad.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now.
Plus 50,000. Haha, Mason said Burns folds so hard. He really did, didn't he? That was crazy. Man, the end of those US Opens is so fun how anybody can take it. I love those. How they jump back and forth at the end like that. It's not just like one guy as like a clear thing. There's like 10 people that can all win within like the last 5 holes. It's kind of crazy. Tesla. Really nice action here. I actually think that the setup is pretty interesting today. I like the way in which it held support. And this is interesting here how it's dipping. You might be able to catch it for like a little dip buy opportunity if it continues to stair step up here. Wow, 50-1, man. I should have rebet on him again. That's crazy. Does Nvidia break 145 today / this week? I think it could. It's up 1.5% today. Its average percent rise is 2%. I think it could do it. Especially with what the SPY's doing. The SPY really showed me some strength today on how it came back. If it starts to get through this recent resistance, it's going to be game on. Nvidia will probably be one of the things helping fuel that. It's pulling back a little intraday, but of course, this range that they're mentioning here is major, guys. Like 144, 145 has seen a lot of action over the past couple of weeks. I mean, you're just talking hit after hit after hit, just failure to break out. But I do think that as we come up for a test here, one of these next couple times, we'll be getting a good breakout through it. Not overly confident in the move happening today, but as the week goes on, I could see a break. AMD resistance. It's up to 127. It doesn't care. That's hilarious. It says loud blasts heard in West Tehran. Uh-oh. They're getting struck again. Let's see if this ends up hitting things a little bit. Maybe more escalation will get things a little bit shakier. If it starts to happen, just be aware and, you know, just be ready. AMD continues, broke above 127 now. Here's the AMD book map if you guys wanted to see it. 130 is definitely the most larger area overhead. 211,000 shares stacked up there. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. If we hit 130 today, people's minds are going to get blown on that one. It's a pretty big level there. Let me throw it out. Go check out Bank of America again. Continues to run. That's awesome. These banks are helping the SPY hold up. Mag 7 turns over a little bit. It doesn't matter. The banks are there to save them. It does matter, of course, but... Palantir, they still pulling back? Yep. A little bit more of a pullback coming into play. 142 just broke down. Thoughts on MP? Hey, appreciate that, Will. First time checking it out. Appreciate that. Thanks for joining up. I'll be promoting it a little bit more on there this week with the Jerome Powell and FOMC press conference. We'll be going live for that here. As always, you know, we have to go live for JP. Good old Jerome. Go check out Mag 7 again real quick. Pretty good setup here. A lot of them are going flat. We can see like Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia. They all got kind of flat and choppy here. But it seems like they're kind of coiling, getting ready for a potential break of those highs. And I love the way that they're coiling in that sense. Little coil action. Let's go look at Nvidia as it coils. Because I could see it still moving well off the coil, but if we start to break under 144, that's where I'll get more worried to the downside. Might have to shift there, but SPY got pretty flat up here too. 603.50, 604. Definitely a big level. I know that we talked about this one a lot already, but it just bounced off of it again, or it's attempting to bounce, should say. It's like straight up. We are starting to see it finally turn over a little bit here, though, so be ready, be ready. Little turnover action coming in. Let's go check Tessie here. Trying to still bounce off support. We've been loving this support range. Let's get it done, Tessie. Get it done. Oracle down on a pullback after their huge run-up. Yeah, they did pull back quite well today, about 2%. Look at that run last week with Oracle, guys. Ran with earnings, and they ran the next morning, then they ran Friday as well. Freaking nuts last week. It's an almost Mag 7 stock. Oracle, I don't count it as one myself. Go check out B for Barrick Gold. Curious to see how the gold miners are doing today. What are they up to? Not bad. Going over to the SM bot. Robinhood is all over it right now. Holy shit, Hood. On fire at the moment. MU calls are on the bot as well. Very nice PA by them today. GameStop popping up. Coinbase, nice action. Love the SM bot as a screener. Coin, new high of the day. Love it. 4.8%. Running up extremely well. I love it. Lots of volume just came in on SPY. Buying or selling, YouTube says. Looks like buying, you know, if we're looking at the way it's moving. I don't see that much volume that really came in, though, but I feel ya. Tesla right at support still. Getting a lot of flatness going on now. Nvidia, new high of the day, though. Nvidia, there we go. Up to 145. Happened pretty quick. Can we get a break of 145? That would be pretty awesome. Wish we could get a break there today. That would be sick. On SPY? I mean, you can look at the volume here at the bottom. I don't see that all that volume that you're mentioning. Yeah, I don't think that that's right, but the 11 a.m.? Man, I'm not seeing that. Sorry, it's just not there. Maybe my data's wrong, maybe yours is, I'm not sure. SPY selling down, 603.50, down under support again. Let me triple check it on Thinkorswim real quick. I'll get us an answer real fast. You said 11. Yeah, I think it's wrong. It looks like Thinkorswim showing 99,000 volume there at that time. Which is consistent with this one, I guess. Not really. Yeah, these brokers are all over the place with the, with the data on this. Yours is probably right. Weird how data providers work like that. Seeing SPY get really choppy around the support. Very key level, though. Nvidia broke? Oh my god. Nvidia just had an insanely voluminous candle. Holy shit. Nvidia just had a candle that had 1.5 million volume. Look at how much bigger the candle is than any of the other candles today. Wow, they just broke through like it was butter. That's insane. That's like utterly insane. Funny, I see the same volume on Webull with Nvidia. That's funny. Works out fine on that one. Man, that move might get SPY going a bit. Let's see. How are the banks? The banks just turned over. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, They all turned over. All the banks pretty much just turned over at the same time. At least a little bit intraday. They're starting to. So that's obviously a bit negative on SPY. Going back to Mag 7, look at Amazon. Nice voluminous candle and breakout there too by them. Not as hot as Nvidia's, but man, pretty good. Yeah, not too much on SPY. SPY's still just choppy as hell. AAPL, a little double bottom here, 197.70. Let's go check on them today. Go check Nvidia again. Boy, oh boy. Looks like $150 resistance, of course. 3.2 million shares there, but... QQQ had a slight move, but nothing for the SPY. I think it got offset by those banks. Go check on gold and silver here. Israel State TV says that it's being attacked by Israel right now. They just said that. Yeah, they're probably going to get struck. I wonder what's going to end up happening from this. Are we going to end up seeing some action out of gold and silver and oil? The market's going to start to get a little shaky. SLV is not terrible today. It's up 0.33%. Trying to get some action going. Nvidia's going crazy here. Still popping it off. 145 ended up breaking so well. We're almost to 146. Where are we going to stop, right? That's the big question. Hopefully the run continues. I mean, the more the merrier, right? I do think it's getting closer towards the end, though. Towards the peak, we would say, or... Yeah, I would say the peak. Pretty close. One 148 would be pretty insane today. Of course, 150 is the most major level that I'm looking for over the next few days. Just in one given day to target that would be pretty insane. Pretty insane there, but... All right, guys, we're going to call the stream there. I appreciate everybody for joining up today. I hope to see you in the Discord. Gonna be, you know, discussion, everything like that. Go have some fun. Nvidia. Oh, little red there. Little voluminous candle. Again. Another little high volume spot there and a little red move. Uh-oh. Maybe people are selling out a little bit. Definitely seems like it right there. That's for sure. Yeah, let's go. Join up on the Discord if you're not in there yet. Get you a little invite link here. See you guys later. Have a great one.